met Demi Lovato, and she was like the first person to ever like give me her phone number.
Oh my God.
And that was, she was like, call me anytime, text me anytime.
Did you text her?
I did text her, and she never texted me back.
Oh.
But you know what? It was honestly, that was enough. Like essentially audition for a chance to challenge them where the judges would vote you through.
Who are the judges?
So the judges were Diddy.
No.
Her name is Trish, she's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks. She's just Trish.
Hello, welcome back to the Just Trish podcast. In 2025, everyone, our first guest.
Oh my God.
Yes, first guest in 2025. YouTube viral sensation at the age of 13, and now at age 27, she is a rave princess about to take over. You're gonna save pop music 2025.
Thank you.
Rebecca Black.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's an honor. It's genuinely this is crazy. Can I swear?
You
Sorry.
can swear. You can
this
say
is crazy for me. Like, I was just about to tell you, but I thought I would save it for this.
My God, yes.
You have been in my life without knowing me. Literally for like 13 years.
Wow.
Like, I was there, early investor in Trisha Paytas.
Wow, 13 years. That's wild.
I remember you were like living by the beach, maybe, and you were doing like your fast talking videos. You were doing like beauty tutorials.
That's really old.
It was, I've never laughed.
Wait, so you were like a teenager then?
Yes. Blossom doll for MJ. I was early. I don't even know how. I've been a YouTube, like, even like regardless of my own YouTube thing, like I've just always loved YouTube.
You've always loved YouTube.
Yeah.
Before Friday, you were into YouTube.
Oh yeah, I was like making like little videos with my dad. I had all these little channels.
Oh, that's so
cute. They're all gone. I wish I could get them
Wait,
back. but-
why? Did you delete them?
I deleted them because I had like my own little channel where I'd make like music videos and little like sketches with my dad's like webcam.
Oh my gosh.
And then I remember I got my like first comment, and it was like I could tell it was like an older man's account, and I got so scared and I deleted everything.
Oh, you hid instantly. Well, I mean, how old were you?
I was probably like 11. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be scared too. I think any comments back then. Were you uploading it yourself too at 11?
Oh yeah. Becca
God.
1 2 2 3 3 3 4 4 4 4. That was my username.
You went by Becca?
Yeah, my parents call me Becca.
Oh my God, that's actually so cute. When did you change professionally to Rebecca? At 13?
They honestly, I've always had a lot of nicknames. My parents named me to be named Becca, but they're the only people who have ever called me that.
That's so funny when people do that. I'm like, why don't you just call you Becca? Then you don't even have to have it shortened.
I know. Now, like a lot of people call me RB.
I like RB.
I can't even think of many people who call me Rebecca in my personal life.
I love RB. That sounds so... That sounds so DJ, which I know you are. It's very cool. And when you texted me, you're like, it's RB. I was like,
I like call myself RB now.
That's cute.
Yeah.
It's cool. It kind of sounds like Barbie, or I just went to Arby's today and had cheese sticks.
Yes.
Like, it's cute.
I love anything that is like art. Like, I love ARBY'S for that reason. I love like anything with those initials.
Oh my gosh.
They're around.
Are you an Arby's girl?
My dad loved ARBY'S.
Okay.
And so we would like once a month go to ARBY'S and get whatever the sandwich is called.
Which one? Roast beef. They have a fish sandwich.
Isn't there like a name for the one like roast beef? I don't know. I actually haven't had it in a long time.
I have, you know what? I go and I get mozzarella sticks and cheese fries. So I never eat a sandwich. So I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. I do love Arby's, but never know the sandwich.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
there
I do
is
love
one,
roast
like
beef.
a French dip, or I don't know, one of those things.
Something, whatever it's called. The super whatever. I don't know.
There's a super at Arby's?
I don't know. I fully just made that up. So
I love it.
It's whatever the roast beef sandwich is with like sauce. I don't know.
Do you like roast beef sandwiches?
I do.
I don't know if I got into them. Because they're just, that's a weird texture.
It's RB. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Roast beef.
No, I do love like, I love meat. I love steak.
Do you?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, interesting. No, it is interesting.
Hard
because-
hitting.
First of all, I love talking about. I'm sorry. I just like literally went. I wouldn't say a binge because I'm like healthy about it, but I went and I had Raising Cane's, and then I went to Krispy Kreme's, and then I went to Arby's, and I documented it all on my TikTok. So I just because it's later in the day. This is 1 o'clock. Usually we film. Sometimes like Hot Topics we film at 10. So I eat before, and I was just like, what if I get hungry? So I was like, let me just eat everything right now.
Yeah, no.
You know,
Oh, I like stopped at EREWHON on my way here. I was like, let me just snack.
the one in Calabasas.
No, the one where I'm at. In like my side of town in Silver Lake.
Yeah.
But the Calabasas one is crazy.
So, I love an EREWHON.
I do too. I know I'm sounding really LA, but I love it.
No, it's like not overrated either. It's like good. It's just like there's always so many lines, and I just like sometimes waiting in line is like a lot.
It is. I got really lucky today because I like really wanted to be on time, but I was like literally like speeding down the 101, like scarfing my chicken tenders, and it was delicious.
Did you get the is it like the yellow ones? What are those?
Yes.
Those are so
do you
good.
get the sauce?
I never eat sauce.
That's
but
right. I knew that.
No, but
I literally knew
what's
that.
the sauce that comes with it?
It's like the tender. It's like a pink sauce.
Ooh,
it's like the tender. You have to
yellow and
ask for
pink.
it though. They won't give it to you.
Do you have to pay extra?
No.
Oh, well, that's good.
I know. Kind of crazy.
What is your Arby's smoothie at EREWHON if you had your own?
Whoa.
If you had to create one.
I'm like literally a slut for like peanut butter chocolate. Anything. So it would have to be something with that, which I don't even think they have, which is crazy.
Definitely not. Everything is always just like whey and blue and all that stuff.
I do like the blue one. I like the blue
great.
One.
But I love like literally, I was going to test it. Like 4 times a week, I have a peanut butter chocolate love from Jamba Juice. Have you ever had?
Never had that. No.
It's so good.
I used to love
peanut butter
Jamba
chocolate.
Juice. Yeah, no. Anytime I'm at like a smoothie place, I will be getting peanut butter chocolate, ice cream, peanut butter. I'm a huge like sweets queen.
Yeah, same. It's
love
so
chocolate.
good. Just gets you like excited and comforted and all that.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's more exciting. You should do mukbangs because now that I know you're a foodie.
You just hit me up.
Why are you not eating
up.
on camera at your EREWHON? Just be like having those I
thought about it.
because it's also so exciting to get your food, and if you have no one, if you're eating by yourself anyways.
Totally. That's the issue though, is like I turn on like you. Like, I'm listening to you. I like listening to other people. Like I don't want to like think when I'm eating.
I see.
You know?
Well, maybe for like a minute you could just turn on your TikTok.
I could do a mukbang era.
Just a little one. I don't really do them on YouTube anymore, but I love a little TikTok
Have you
one.
seen that girl, Father Kels? Have you seen her mukbangs?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she's like been popping up a lot. She's like been also in my kind of like outside circle.
Oh, she's been around. Yeah. She's friends with like Stassi Baby and all them. Yeah.
Yes, which like I kind of know through mutual people, and I love her TikToks. She eats the best looking food in LA.
I don't know if I've seen them.
They're awesome because she just sits and like chills and like eats in silence.
In silence. That's even better.
Not like full in silence, but she's just like by herself, like not like talking about random stuff all the time.
Okay, I kind of love that.
Yeah.
It seems more relaxing because it is a lot of work sometimes to be like, okay, what are we talking about today?
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't imagine doing like hour-long mukbangs or anything like that. Mukbang?
So
Mukbang?
I don't really know either. Yeah. That was the route I went, but
I miss them.
No, they're good. I feel like they are making comeback, but you started, not just your dad still doing YouTube? Or is he? Because didn't you say you were doing videos with him at the beginning?
He was like helping me. He was helping me.
He wasn't in them.
He was not in them. No,
okay.
My dad is like the most like Iowan, like types on a keyboard man.
Is he from Iowa?
He's from Iowa.
Ooh,
yeah.
I'm from Illinois. We love a Midwest.
Yes, yeah. Grew up Iowa, Illinois.
Oh.
And he's like a veterinarian. My parents are veterinarians, so
no nepo baby here. No. Because it seems like you would be when I look at, and we won't harp on Friday, but let me tell you my intro to you, which literally was Friday, which was 2011. I remember it so vividly. And if you Google our names together, maybe not anymore, but like at one point, if you Google our names, there was like the top 10 worst songs of 2011.
Wow.
And your song was number 1. And my song, and I was so happy to make it, was like number 9. And I made the song.
What song?
It was called Kiss Kiss. It got taken down because I didn't have people sign over like waivers to appear in the video. So people got embarrassed because back then it did pretty well. It was like 3 million views in like a month. So I remember like someone got embarrassed to be in the video and they like filed a privacy complaint. It got taken down. But I did this song because of your Friday. I couldn't have been more jealous of someone's virality. I was like,
what?
Oh, I was so envious. Everyone was talking, every person was talking about you in 2011. And I was so jealous. I was like, I need to make a song. I need to make a song that's, because Friday's not bad, but like in my opinion, like, okay, what's a bad song or whatever?
You wanted to like hit the, I mean, it did, there were a lot of like Friday agains afterwards, which was so fascinating because I was like, guys, what? No, you don't want it. I promise not this. Well, I mean, I don't know if I could have articulated this at the time. And if I would go back, I wouldn't change anything about Friday or anything. I mean, I can't even take credit for like making the song. Like I didn't write it. But at the time, I would have I just wanted people to take me seriously.
Oh, really?
You know? Well, I just didn't know. I didn't even know that was what I really wanted to do. Like, I loved to perform. I was a huge theater kid. I thought I would like move to New York and be on Broadway. Like, that was my goal as a 13-year-old. That was just kind of like an experiment that like went awry.
Do you think it was? Because in my mind, I was like, that couldn't have been better. Like, I would have loved, I wasn't 13, I'm 10 years older than you. So like 23, I was like, wow, I'm so jealous of that success. But as a 13-year-old, are you like, well, my career's over, no one's gonna take me seriously?
I was really scared. I think I don't think I knew how scared I was, but my world just like opened up. Like, I went from being just a like middle schooler with, you know, my little friends and being my kind of bubble of an Orange County kid, and then I just didn't know, like, I was like a fan of YouTube. I was a fan of like Justin Bieber and like all the things happening then. I wasn't ready for that then. But looking back, obviously, like, it's made me who I am and it's taught me so much. And I don't think I would make the music I do now if it weren't for that. But,
really? You think? Because I do find there's people, like, for instance, my husband, he's like, oh no, Rebecca's Black music is so good, but like maybe wasn't familiar with your Friday. Like, kind of didn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's been such a long span and you're such a different person, like look, artist, everything, that I feel like people might be like, wait, that's the same person, you know?
Totally. And now it's like when I play Friday at my shows or in a DJ set, it's like the best part of the night. Like, people
get so excited.
They have so much fun, and like it's become this like symbol for, I think, where we've all grown into, and we've all grown into these versions of ourselves we like a little more.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I just was being like, like, I had my first pimple in the Friday video. Like,
wait, really?
Yes, it was like smack down. Looks like a mole. It was a pimple.
Blemish, like, blurred out?
It's there. Promise. Look again. It's right there. And like, I just was not. I went to Forever 21 and like picked out my outfit for the video like the day before with my mom. Like, it was not.
That's so cute.
There was no nepotism.
You had no idea
to guide me. No.
But they try to replicate that. Our Music Factory tried to replicate it with other people, so they probably were excited. They probably were like, well, this was great.
There was so much kind of that came after that, you know, I just kind of watched from afar with everyone in the world. Yeah. Like, and you know, I'm just like, good luck. Good luck.
If you had a 13-year-old daughter, would you, and she's like, I want to make a music video, would you be like, okay, let's do it?
So I have like a 9-year-old sister right now. So feels kind of similar.
Yes.
Or like what I'd imagine to feel somewhat similar. And she like she's so creative and loves to sing, loves to dance, and is like an amazing like painter. And to me, as like her sister, and I think about it as how my mom was. Like, my mom didn't necessarily have the means to like give us everything we wanted, but she tried so hard, like every time. And Friday was like an example of that. I mean, it was just like, this could go on your resume and could take you where you want to go, and like, go do that. Who am I to say no if you are a kid who like knows what you want to do?
Yeah.
And so the internet has changed so much now, and I watch, you know, kind of the new generation of influencers and like girls who are just the Charlies and the Addisons, and everyone has just a completely different experience to what I had. So a lot of times I feel like I can't even relate to that, and I don't know what I would do if I had a daughter, but I'd have to think that I would allow her to follow whatever creative exploration she wanted to do.
Especially at that young of age, to know you want to perform is very cool. Because
performing has been my life ever since I was like 3, and doing dance recitals, and like that gave me so much like love for life as a kid, you know, an identity.
You're like, this is it. This is what I'm doing.
It's like what I didn't know if I would do it for the rest of my life. I had a good feeling, but then obviously like everything happened, and it just made it all mean so much more to me, you know? Like, and then I had something to prove, and, you know.
Well, that's a whole other thing. Yeah. Because in my opinion, it's like such a big hit. You have 167 million views. It's like, how do you even follow that up? Like, you can't.
Totally. And you're like in an industry where everyone wants to do
the next thing,
And so I have had so many insane experiences with people I've worked with, and like managers and agents, and, you know, all of that, of people who have tried to, you know, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Bottle it, replicate it.
Yeah. And just kind of like squeeze everything out of it without really looking at me as like a 13-year-old then and like, okay, what do we do for her as like a person who is still a child? So.
And your parents probably didn't know if they're both vets from Iowa.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
And they were like, you really still want to do this? Are you kidding?
And you did. So after all of that, you were still like, okay, I'm still going for it. You didn't want to hide.
Yeah, I mean, my like teenage years were kind of funny, and I that was where I met a lot of people like in the YouTube space, and I kind of fell into that world, and that was really fun for me. And I met so many like lifelong friends through kind of like the early days of the internet and all of that. But I knew as I graduated high school, like my parents were like, okay, what are you doing about college? And I was like, I think I'm gonna move to LA actually. And they were like, don't do that.
Wait,
Don't do
really?
that. They just, I mean, they come from like a traditional, like educational background. So they're like, but how do you expect to succeed in something if you're not going to school for it? And I was basically, long story short, just kind of like, you gotta trust me. Sorry, but like, I gotta do this. I'm gonna like really give myself a shot and learn how to write and figure it out. No idea what I'm gonna do, but I need to try for myself on my own terms. And so, yeah, I moved
And
out.
that age. I mean, I do think that's the age I always thought, well, school's always there, which you can always go back to school at 25, 30. But like 18 is a nice, like, sweet spot. Anymore, you can do any age you want, but that's like a nice sweet spot to be in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, yeah. And I think, like, it's so funny because I've been doing it at that point and kind of in and out of the industry at that point for like 5 years. I felt so old. I felt like my time was like running out as an 18-year-old. And I felt that so much throughout my early 20s too. Yeah.
That's interesting. What made you feel this? Like the pressure of like society, like the social media? Is it like your managers or just you internally?
It was definitely certain people I worked with who I don't think realized like really what they were doing or what the things they were saying would mean. Also just like comparison. Like you watch constantly as a kid who's been doing this for a while, like people just shoot up in a moment and you can't help but compare yourself. And like I've had this conversation with other girls in pop music. It's like even if someone is like a year younger than you and they're at your level, you can't help because you're kind of like bred as a girl in this industry to compare yourself to like who is younger and who's doing it better and who is here where you should be. So it's taken me a long time to be comfortable and my age, even being 27, I'm like, I'm so old.
No,
but I'm so young. I feel young for the first time ever.
No, I feel that way too. I'm 36 and I'm like, I still feel young because it's like in my head. But like you said, it's hard not to compare. I mean, even like, I don't know, 4 years ago, I remember when Addison and Charlie were coming up and I was like jealous of them. I was like, gosh, I wish that was me, even though like they were 18 or 17 and I was like 32. And I was like, yeah, you just feel that because you are like, wait, I'm not going to be that age anymore. It's so sad.
Yeah. And I don't think that like the internet realizes how they sometimes play into that too. Like, people are always saying things about everyone and to everyone and comparing people without even maybe realizing it. And I don't know, like I feel like something happened when I turned maybe like 26. And definitely this year for me was a big year and like, you know what, I need to stop. I think because I had started so young, I was pretending like I wanted to be seen as so much older and so much more mature and like, you know, like I had everything together. And this year I was like, never mind, actually.
You're like, I regress.
No, I'm regressing and that's going to be good. And honestly, I think for the first time I've like felt my age in a way where I'm like, 27, I still have no idea what the hell is going on.
Yeah,
like,
always.
I'm trying it out.
No one really knows. 36 too, I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't know where I'm going, but we'll figure it out, you know?
Well, and honestly, I have to say, like, being such an important part of my life for so long. I've watched you be reborn so many times, and that has been so inspiring to me. Because I think that, like, as girls and as women, and just as anybody in this industry, like, there is no. Did you watch Demi Moore's speech at the Golden Globes?
Loved. So. Yeah,
it's
inspiring.
that is the essence of what I want my life to be, you know, is to constantly feel like, because that's the truth.
Yeah,
there's no rules, even though we we think there are.
We think there are, but there is this this renaissance now. I'm the same way. I look up to older women like Jennifer Coolidge or Pamela Anderson getting nominated, Demi Moore, and you're just or Jean Hacks won, or Jean Smart won for Hacks at 72, and I was like, it is inspirational, because I always thought too, 30, you're just dead, you might as well not even try anymore. So, but now I'm like, wow, I'm so young. I have so much left. You know what I mean? So it is. Yeah. I love watching people too. And influencers are weird because there's not really an influencer older than me, so it's hard to see. But it is a weird thing because you can at some point age out if you don't age your age. You know what I mean? I think there was a time when a lot of YouTubers that were 30 were trying to be 18, you know?
Yes.
It was the Miss Glamorazzi, who I love. I don't know what she's doing now, but it was the Miss Glamorazzi. All those people were trying to feel so young because they thought, their audience wouldn't age with them. And it's totally so sad, you know?
I know. When in reality, you always have, I feel so much of my audience has changed over the years, but there have been people who have been with me from the beginning, and we're all now in our 20s, or maybe they're, around my age. And I think that's the best part about influencers and people who have been around in culture for a while, is you can see the way that their life continues to evolve and learn, and hopefully you're growing with them. Otherwise, if you're pretending to be younger,
it doesn't work. It stops. I think today that someone was talking about David Dobrik making a return to vlogging, and I'm is he gonna just vlog his friends like he did when he was 18? I don't know. He doesn't. It doesn't really translate unless you you said, grow up with the creator, which is it is cool to see, especially you, because everyone knows you at 13, which I can't even imagine being a creator that young, because it's really just you lived your whole life on the internet. Do you remember time before social media, or did you just always have it?
I mean, I remember being 11 and getting my first Facebook account when I was definitely, not supposed to do that. But I don't know. I mean, definitely when I was a kid, I think my parents did a good job of, keeping me out and doing things. And my brother and I were in so many activities and all of that, just constantly learning. But the internet has been a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
For, more than half of it now.
It's amazing. I remember life before the internet. I'm thank God the internet existed. Otherwise,
what were you doing? What were you up to?
Nothing. I don't know. I was I was in Illinois, just being how am I going to get famous? And this was before the internet. And I was just how do I get famous? And I was I guess I'll try reality shows. I don't know. I was writing to we have that I was writing to celebrities. You were talking about this. I think it was in the Drew podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Writing Zac Efron at 10.
Yes.
I did this too. That's what was so crazy. So when you're saying, what did I do before the internet? I was looking at people's addresses and writing them letters. And it worked. Sometimes I got responses, John Travolta wrote me back.
Stop.
Jay Moore wrote me back. Yeah. I think, they're just thank you for the note. And then they'd send me a headshot.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I loved it. I thought that was my in. And I would send scripts to Miramax. But then they'd send it back. We can't take unsolicited work. I was definitely that person.
Wow.
But you wrote to Zac Efron.
I did write to Zac Efron in the 4th grade. And I sent my 4th grade yearbook photo, retainer and all. And I was this is so awesome that they're just giving me his address. Maybe I could go if I was brave enough. I would have asked my parents take me to P.O. Box 2745 and
in Encino.
think it was his house. And I really thought that he would respond to me too. I really did. He did not.
No headshot or anything?
No. I mean, maybe I forgot to put a return address or something. I'll just
you needed. It was called an SASE, a signed and stamped envelope, and they would return something to you. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, I never. My one celebrity experience I had as a kid was Laura Dern sat on my flight. She was the Jurassic Park.
She sat on your lap or something. I was wow, that's so cool.
No.
She was next to you on the plane?
I mean, she was in first class and I was in row 36. But
wait, that was
that was my one celeb experience.
I love that you knew who she was. How old were you?
I definitely did not. My dad was that's Laura Dern. You should get her to go sign your diary. And I was okay.
Did you?
Yeah.
How old were you?
Probably 8.
Oh, that's cute though. When a kid comes up, you can't say no. You just are okay, absolutely. And she signed it for you. She's nice.
She did.
I love Laura Dern though. She's such an icon.
She's fierce. She is, big ally of the gays.
Is she not gay herself?
Is she not getting? I have no idea.
Oh,
I have no.
comes across that way.
She does give like
especially in Jurassic Park. That was giving like major
but she
energy.
had like gay people love her. She's one of those people where like gay people ride for her.
Yeah, she is iconic. And you know, sometimes when like it's like Britney Spears, like you don't really know. Well, you know why they're iconic, but you're just always kind of like that's a random person to like Laura Dern, but icon. You know.
Yeah, she had like a year and like I want to say like 2018 or something like that where she was just out there. I forget what was happening.
A resurgence.
But there was a resurgence.
I don't know what she was doing. Maybe a TV show or something.
Something was happening.
I love her.
Someone will tell us what.
I didn't know she was such a legend, but I love her.
She is a legend.
And you got to meet her?
I got to meet her.
That was your first celebrity experience?
That was like my only one. And then obviously with Friday, I like met people and stuff like that.
What's the craziest celebrity experience? In Friday or just in anything? Like, what's the one where you're like, either like so excited, like, I can't believe this is happening, or I love celebrities. So, like, meeting celebrities to me are like, the best thing in the whole world.
I do. I love like pop and celebrity culture and all that too. I mean, honestly, one of the nicest people I ever met was Demi Lovato in like, I forget what, I was at a Katy Perry concert because I was doing some stuff like with kind of Katy around like last Friday night.
You were in the video.
I was in the video and she like brought me out to perform at one of her shows and
wait, what did you perform?
Friday. She would perform Friday at her shows.
Your Friday?
Yes. She had like a cover section where she would do like a fake flute cover of Big Pimpin'.
Wait, that's so random.
It's like a whole thing where she would pretend to play the flute, and then I think one time she accidentally messed up, and then like people were like, "Oh, this is not real." But then she would do an acoustic version of Friday, I think, at most of the shows, and so she brought me out for one.
And you sang with her?
I did, and I was so scared. Oh
my God.
It was at the Nokia Theater when it was
That's
the
huge.
Nokia.
Yeah.
And I was so nervous. And then afterwards, there was kind of like a little after thing at the concert, like in the whatever kind of club. I don't know what it was, but I met Demi Lovato, and she was like the first person to ever like give me her phone number.
Oh my God.
And that was so, and she was like, call me anytime, text me anytime. And she was so sweet, which at the time I was like Disney, you
loved her.
Was everything. Yeah, because that was like my prime, like Camp Rock, Sunny with a Chance, I think is what it was called. Like all of that was my bread and butter.
Did you text her?
I did text her, and she never texted me back.
Oh.
But you know what? It was honestly that was enough. That was enough, and I appreciate her so much.
Yeah, the fact that she even like gave you her number is pretty cool, actually.
I know, and I remember she put her phone or her name in my phone as Demi L, which I felt so cool because I was like, I know who it is. I won't tell. I promise I won't tell.
So cute. You have like Demi vibes for sure.
Oh my God.
I think especially now you have the bangs, and so it's very Sunny with a Chance right now.
I've gotten that before for sure.
I love her. I always think she gets like such a bad rap. People just like love to hate on her for like no reason. She's fierce.
I think she's so cool and just like sweet and has so many. I think people who are constantly like have these like iconic moments. Like there's like the mug thing.
The mug is
favorite
great.
dish. Like she just. I think that history will always like treat those people well because it's so fun and fierce.
And she's like so talented. Like I like I said, I'm like a decade older than you, so I think it was like a little after my time. Demi came on the rise, but she's actually so talented. Like I didn't know that. Like I know all the antics surrounding her, like the frozen yogurt thing, everything. Like I know that.
Right.
But then I was listening. I was like, wait, why don't people talk about like her vocals? Like she's actually so good and so talented.
Insane.
And no one, maybe people do it, I'm just out of it, but I'm like, I never once heard people be like, she's a great singer. Yeah, maybe I don't know the songs or anything, but I just always hear about.
She's got good ones. Skyscraper?
Yes, that's the one I know. I knew Skyscraper.
Stone Cold. It's like Stone Cold.
Wait, sing more. I love when people sing.
No.
I love that you started singing because it's my favorite thing in the world.
I cannot sing a Demi Lovato song.
Wait, yes, you can. Your voice is so good.
I'm setting myself up.
That sounded so good.
Listen. I could see you covering Stone Cold, and it would be incredible.
Oh, if I knew it, I would sing it right now.
It has like, honestly, like Demi could have been a really good Elphaba to me.
I'm surprised she's never done Broadway.
I know.
Because she has like such, I wonder if you said you're a theater kid.
Yeah, huge.
Were you in plays growing up?
I was Lori in Oklahoma. I was in Guys and Dolls.
Oh, there did a lot of classics.
A lot of classics.
In Orange County. Oh, I guess
in
it's conservative down there. They're like, let's do Surrey with the fringe on top.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I did a lot of like random, like I did camps. Did you ever know about like OSHA or that?
No.
Like it's the Orange County like theater school. I always wanted to go there so bad. Or the art school.
Oh.
But they have a huge theater program.
And you went?
I did like camps there. And it was, you would do like these musical theater shows with all different numbers from a bunch of different shows.
Like a review or something?
It was like its own like original
Show.
kind of storyline, but then it would be surrounded by like all the iconic. So we did like West Side Story and like all of the, you know.
With a completely new plot.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I kind of love it. So it's like a jukebox musical, but with theater.
Yes. Yeah, basically.
Basically. Did you perform at like Seeker Storm or like where did you perform at?
We would just do it there at like
in the school.
at the school, but yeah, I only really did like kind of school stuff. I was not cool enough to go out and do it.
You never tried
elsewhere.
Broadway?
I never did, but I would. I actually last year was like the first year that I kind of like restarted the conversation for maybe something.
Trying it, yeah.
Yeah, like I would love to do like a Broadway version of Showgirls or like something like
Is that happening?
I don't know, but I want it to.
If there was a Showgirls musical, I might explode. You didn't go into the bathroom, but if you go in there, it's just me as Nomi Malone everywhere. I have like 1,000 pictures. I made him dress up. Like I'm just like, we're doing at Showgirls is
You would be insane in that.
my awakening. That was
Insane.
everything. I think I'm too old now, but
No,
I could be like Crystal
No,
or something like that.
You can be Nomi, I'll be Crystal.
You would be a great Nomi. Would you ever do a role like that?
Oh, absolutely.
That?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I see that for you because I remember when Elizabeth Berkley did it and everyone was like so shook.
Oh,
and I
was
feel
amazing.
like that would be such a good role for you. Would you do the full like nudity and everything?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I
just
think
full.
so. I mean, I would be scared, and I would have to prep. But I do so much like nude adjacent stuff in my art. I mean, I'm topless in my album art. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have
Yeah.
like a, yeah.
I love it. Well, I have
Artistic.
big boobs, so it has to be. I kind of like hide them down, but a lot of times like nudity for me, I feel like there's a line where it's like not cute. It's just like memory.
Yeah, isn't that annoying though?
It's so annoying, but I'm trying to embrace it and I'm trying to, be cool with it. But
You should fight against it. That's my favorite thing to do because I don't understand why we can't be. I always think that, like, why we can't be topless or with like a nipple showing. Everyone's like, oh my God, her
Yeah.
nipple's showing, delete it. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like the top of my nipple, but like a whole man.
Totally.
Like,
totally.
twice my
or
size
if you've
can
got
have
like
his out.
tiny little boobs, it's like chic, whereas for me, I'm like, my boobs are like down here if I'm
Yeah.
bra.
When you have to like dress up too, you can't wear like those open tops without looking.
I know.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm trying. I hate wearing bras. I've come to that point in my
Me
life
too.
where like I can't do it. So, I mean, I'm not really doing
Just
it.
brought me too. I'm the same way, and I like should, and it probably would help my back, and like probably looks better, but I can't.
I never even know anymore. I never even know. So I'm just, that's
Just
why
let 'em
again,
hang.
I'm just letting them hang. But for
love
like
'em too.
shows and stuff, I need them like strapped down.
What do you do? Because for shows, for me, I always try and like wear something just tight because I can't wear
Yeah.
bras. Because also when
Yeah.
you have big boobs, how do you find something that's not bubbling over? The straps
Yeah.
aren't falling. Like I
I know.
can't find a right bra.
It's hard dressing for. I work with a stylist who like really knows my body now for anything I do, like music videos or shows. But it's hard. Like especially I want to do something that looks crazy and I want to do something that's really fun and out there. But like this is like. It needs to be like architectural in the sense where it like holds them in place. Otherwise,
Yes.
like it will just hurt and be dangerous.
What's the secret then?
I am like a corset girl through and through.
Do you push them up then?
I like one that like pushes them here and then kind of like squeezes in the waist. Like I'm cool with like
Yes.
I feel like if I have a tightness in the waist, it can almost like sits them up. Does that make
Right,
sense?
yeah.
Like a shelf. And I like a thick
It is
strap.
like a shelf.
Yeah, I like a thick strap. And that seems to do. Like as long as I'm like tight here, I'll like wear nothing else. Like a bodysuit corset or something with like a
Right.
short. Or,
When you find something that fits your boobs right, you just don't want to make it in like every color, every
Yeah,
size. You're like, just
honestly,
keep giving. That's why I like the
honestly.
nude illusion because I love to have like no bra, but I love a nude illusion that like can like bring it up, but like
yeah,
keep them together.
I feel like
and
I've been
stuff.
staring at your boobs
No,
just
now
because
I
of this
can't stop with yours
conversation.
too. I was like, wait, You said that, I was like, wait, do you? Because I love big boobs. I do think it is like a thing of the past, but I love them. Like mine are fake. I got them done like 3 times, and I love huge boobs. But it is like not a thing people have anymore. But
It is, and I for so many years have I love that this is what we're talking about on this podcast.
I listen to all your podcasts, and never once have I heard this conversation. So I'm like something
there's
new.
One place, it's here.
I love it. This is a conversation. I never can have this with anybody.
And honestly, like there are so many of us out there.
There is. Yes.
What was that? Oh, I've wanted reductions, and I've almost gotten them so many times in my life. But honestly, I am at a point where now having big boobs is just like such a part of my like identity. I don't think I could. Like I don't know if I would like my body as
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I always think, I should get them out. Mine were always big. Mine were just like lopsided. I had like a double D and like a B cup. So mine were just like crazy. Yeah. And they were always saggy. Even as like a 12-year-old, I had like the saggy pointed down boobs.
I've got that.
But I don't, it would feel weird to not have them because I feel like they're such a part of my identity too.
Yeah. I don't know. I've come full circle. So I don't know what I'll do with them. But it would be nice to like not have to be like strapped down.
Just wear, because you dance a lot too on stage.
You dance a lot.
So when you dance and the boobs, you do have to kind of secure the boobs for sure.
But I've made workarounds, and like again, like I feel like I've like found people and also like designers or things like that I know how to like work the body.
Yeah, it helps. Skims has been the only bra that like feels comfortable. Have you tried Skims?
No, I've never tried a Skims.
They go humongous. They go to like 40 double GH.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are they comfortable?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the only ones. There's like a body one that's like always sold out. It's like seamless and it's so comfortable. I'm like a 38 double G and it's just like so comfy. But
okay, I have to try Skims.
I mean, it's as comfy as a bra can be because I am usually braless as well.
No, I get the shoulder and the back and like here I just get tight.
No, it's painful every day I lay down. I'm like, oh my back. But it's worth it. But that's so interesting. Yeah, and as a performer too, like having to like if you do Broadway, but that's why Showgirls would be great. I mean, they had smaller boobs in that movie, but that is true.
But we could have like a big boobs Nomi.
Showgirl Crystal and Nomi just like floppy boobs. I mean, that's kind of everything.
It's everything. It's camp. I don't know what I would do without my boobs. And like now I also like have really, I think for a long time, especially being a kid in the industry, like so many people were so quick to be like, can't wait till you turn 18 or, you know, say like, and say
that.
Totally. Who doesn't?
That's great. Because I would think, right, you like you weren't super sexual, like in my opinion, I guess I didn't think you were sexualized, but the fact that people were on this like little like Friday song where you're like, you're covered up from what I remember. So it's like, what? Like people are so...
Yeah, people, I mean, I feel like certain
this.
people will just like grab onto anything. But for a while, as a kid, I think I always wanted, that's probably why I started like not really like showing my boobs and things like that, is I didn't want to be that. But now I've become so comfortable in being like hyper feminine in moments where I'm not like that all the time. Like I don't necessarily go to the grocery store like that.
Yeah.
But in my music and in my videos, like that is such an ownership of my own body. And also I know that like the people who really love it are like people who are not just purely sexualizing me.
Yes.
And that's everything to me now.
It's almost like a confidence thing, like seeing you embrace like a womanhood and just your body and who you are and the boobs and all, you know what I mean? Natural boobs, all that stuff like that. People just, it feels good.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. And that's like what I love about pop too, is it's all about like, in a way, it's like why I've been so inspired by drag over the years, is it's like taking something that other people maybe wouldn't see in this way and like doing it to the biggest and like boldest extent. Like, that's really fun for me to tap into.
Drag is like the perfect, I think, explanation. When I always think about that too, because in my real life, I'm definitely not like hyper femme, but I love like performing and putting on the girly like outfit and just feeling like the boobs. Yeah, in real life, I'm just like hiding everything and like kind of care less. I never wear makeup, none of that. Not to be like a pick me, but like,
me neither.
Never wear makeup. But I love like transforming, like getting hair and makeup done and just feeling that.
Yeah. Well, I think as someone who is probably like putting yourself out there as much as you do, it also like allows you to like go on and then go off.
Yeah.
And like kind of like it's made it a little bit less like I feel like I can tap into myself in a way that's not like tiring or
totally
or like messes with my own head.
And just putting who you are as like a person just out there, you can kind of have like a little persona.
Yeah. Because I think that like something happens whenever I am making music, especially these days, where like there's like the version of myself that has her own tastes and loves and everything, and there is what I've like built as who is like Rebecca Black now, and I love that is me for sure, but it's a version of myself like I only get to really tap into when I'm on stage or like filming a music video or anything like that. And that's just fun. That is really like creatively inspiring for me to have that, you know.
Oh yeah, like this sort of like
Keeps
outlet.
Yeah.
What is Rebecca Black off stage not performing?
She is so normal. I don't know.
Like, what are you doing?
Today
after this.
What am I doing today?
Yeah.
I'm going to go pick up something off Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, be careful, girl. That's scary.
I love it.
You go by yourself?
Love it. Oh yeah. But I have like a friend away, or I'll do it in like the daylight, you know. Also, like my Facebook account isn't my name or anything. But
wait, isn't that even more sus? You show up and it's Rebecca Black and like, wait, I was talking to like Ginger. Like, what the hell?
Well, I'm not showing my ID or anything like that.
Wait, really? I don't know how Facebook works. You don't show. So you're just like,
I love
hey,
Marketplace.
I talked, and here's this dragon.
Yeah.
And you're like, here's money, thank you.
Yeah, it's always weird. It's always awkward, and you're always like, hi. Because I think also the people selling sometimes are like, who is about to show up to my house? I'm giving you my address, or like, we're meeting by my place.
They got their address to their home?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, it's convenient.
I would just meet at the EREWHON or something, girl.
That is the smarter thing to do for sure. But I'm also like, hey, can I, because, you know, I'm trying to like negotiate a good deal. So I'm like, hey, can I do this? I'll come by today.
Why don't you have like an agent or a friend or your mom or something
do
this?
I don't have the bounds for that. And also like, I love.
That's wild.
I don't know. I love like.
A
Marketplace.
Adrenaline.
I like to shop. Honestly. I don't need people to know what I'm doing.
Well, what are you picking up? Because I guess you can say it now because this won't air until next week. What are you picking up today?
I'm like in a home escapade.
Little nester right now.
I'm big nester. So it's like I'm just always looking for things. I love helping other people like pick stuff out too. Like I love like thrifting and vintage. And all that
really?
stuff. Oh yeah.
Ooh, that takes patience.
It does. It does. And I'm a little bit of a baby. Like I like a curated, you know, situation. But Marketplace is like a dig.
So you just go on Marketplace and you're just like, what can I find? An antique.
Yeah. Or I'll like realize I need like a table for here, like an art here, and you can kind of type in whatever, and then the more that you type in what you want and like click on things and save things, it'll like algorithmically give you more of what you want.
Oh, I see. It's kind of like TikTok. You just like keep finding new stuff.
It's very that. Yeah, it's very meta.
You should be the spokesperson because now I want to go on Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace, not Facebook, but just Facebook Marketplace. I'm down.
It's the second shout out you've given to Facebook. Meta should like write you a check. You said you were on Facebook, the first social media you had.
Oh my God. I swear I'm not sponsored. Like,
Sponsored by Meta.
It's probably my least favorite platform. I should stop saying it.
You're the only one I know who loves a Facebook under the age of 40.
I like Marketplace. Okay. Marketplace. Everything else I don't know how to use.
That is very normal of you. And then what will you do for like dinner, entertainment tonight?
I love to be with my friends and like go out. I love the movies. I love to go walk around.
I love
I have a dog. Like, I don't know, what do I do? I like sit on TikTok.
You're very normal. You're a normal girl.
I'm a normal girl with normal hobbies. I go walk around the reservoir. I don't know.
Wait, do you? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that sounds scary too. You're so full of adventure.
No.
Like, hang out by the reservoir.
It's like a place where people go like walk around and like you like meet a friend and go walk, because it's kind of like a little, it's like the most like wilderness you can get like in East LA.
You've come across my life so many times. Like we were just talking about Greg, Paper Magazines. Did you meet him through Paper?
No, I met Greg on Instagram. I like DM'd him in like 2020.
Oh, wow.
And I like wanted to dye my hair blue. And so he dyed my hair blue. And he had like just moved to LA from New York. It was like a crazy little time. And we've worked together ever since.
He was doing lots of stuff in New York. Like he did Vogue. He was telling me he was doing all these crazy things.
He has done iconic stuff. He's like doing a lot of Lisa Rinna at the moment.
Yes.
So fierce. But yeah, Greg Lennon is he is
I love him.
done so much for me. I'm so grateful for him. Yeah.
Yeah, because I met him on the paper shoot last year, and then he like randomly again, he's like, I'm with Rebecca Black. I was like,
Yeah.
And then I just was like, I need to like reach out because we talk about you a lot on here, and I was just like, oh my god, I need to like reach out again, and then you go and see the DM, I'm like, oh, she's DM'd me. This is so great.
Just for fun.
I was so excited. No, I get so excited because I'm like, okay, someone like. It's so scary to like cold message people because you're just like they probably don't know me or don't like want to talk to me, you know?
Totally. But whenever anyone does it to me, I'm like, hey.
I get excited. I need to check it more because I never my top request thing never works.
No, I know. Yeah. I know. It's never in like full situation.
So I can never see. So then when I saw it, I was just like, oh my God, this is so great. But you just did Paper Magazine, the cover.
I did.
LA Icon.
It was fun. LA, who knew? Who knew? Oh
my God.
That was really fun.
Wild. How did that come about?
You should have been there. I'm like, where were you?
Didn't get the invite. I know. But there was all icons. Terry Jo, Tana was icons.
But you've done
only.
paper.
Like, you know, like a digital, not cover.
Justin Moran of Paper Magazine.
If you don't get
Trisha on a cover, you're stupid.
It's like
no
Cher.
Offense.
It's like the biggest. Beyonce, I think, was on it, and then not you.
You deserve to be on the. If I'm on the cover of Paper, you deserve to be on that.
You're LA Icon for sure. What was that? How did you get it? What was the shoot like?
It was very America's Next Top Model. It was very because there were all the different talent were like all there that day, and so there were like it was the first time I've ever experienced anything like that. Like 20 different makeup chairs and like all the different hair. Greg was like the lead, and so he was kind of like, you know, giving everyone tasks. And I was on the cover with Meta and Ricky Thompson, who I know Ricky. So
Ricky's
iconic.
been around for a minute.
Forever.
Yes.
Forever. And like him and I have known each other through back in the day.
Oh, that's cool then.
That was really sweet to see him. And it was quick because they were like getting people in and out throughout the day. Like I think Tana was right after me. And so I missed a lot of people there. But
are you shooting all together? Like your cover, you said you had those three of you.
It was like chunks. Yeah. So it was us three. And then the next one was like the next like four. And then the next four. And then the next four. It was wild. I've never done anything like that.
You have an agent now or like someone's just DMing you?
I have an agent, I'm a manager.
They like help you get these things.
Yes.
I'm always fascinated how people get them because like Paper just DM me or email me and I was just like, oh, I wonder how people get stuff. Like,
it's kind of like that. Like some people will just straight up DM me and I'll be like, the email's right there. Like I'm not the best. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say or do.
You don't like to handle it yourself.
I do like it. If it's like chill and it's like you, yes, absolutely. I'm like, guys, don't worry, I got this.
I was gonna say, I talk to you directly, which I love, by the way.
I do too.
I don't mind going through a manager, but it's always a lot. They always ask a million questions.
For sure.
A review of the edit, and I'm just like, that's so much.
For sure. And like as I've gotten older, I think I really like doing a lot more things myself because I also like know I can handle myself, you know? And I'm like, oh, that's just too complicated.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's like logistical things or planning things that I just honestly am not like the person to talk to about it.
Need to ask for more money or accommodations or something.
Whatever it is. But like I think for people that I love and who are also like, you're so easy to schedule with. You were like, okay, great. This day I was like, perfect.
You were so great. I'll be there. I was gonna follow up with you, but like tomorrow, you're so on it. You were like literally. It was like you're supposed to be here at 1 and like 1:01. You're like, I'm 3 minutes away. I'm like, girl, people show up at like 3.
That's crazy.
So that's what I'm like, you're so
that's
good.
great. No, I'm like, it's in the Google Calendar.
Yeah,
I'm there.
same.
That's how I like to be.
That's how I forget to follow up with people sometimes. I'm like, well, if it's written, I'm just doing it. Like I forget.
Me too.
You know?
Me too. But then I'm like, I hope they remember.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good because people like do forget. Like, well, you never confirmed. I'm like, well, I didn't know I was supposed to, but I should probably do that more often. But Paper was huge. Because that was just the end of last year.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
that was very fun.
Well, what I was saying before is we're in the same circles, and there was one YouTuber who I loved. I don't know where she is now, and maybe she's still killing it. Was EMILIA Farr. I love her so much.
Oh my god!
And she would hang out with you when she'd come to town.
Yes.
And she got to hang out with Rebecca Black and all the lesbians, and I was like, I want to be there. I was so excited.
You should have come.
You were like the named one. She's like, I'm gonna hang out with Rebecca Black.
Oh my god!
And all the lesbians, and I was like, oh my god, that's so exciting.
Oh my god!
What did you guys do?
Hang out on my couch.
Did you guys karaoke ever?
I don't know if I don't think we, unless I have a horrible memory. So maybe
I went
we
to
did.
karaoke with her in Koreatown.
That's
And I
fun.
think she was going to go see you afterwards.
Wow.
And I was like, so, do you think she wants to come here? It was literally us in like a private room just singing. And I was like, oh, maybe she'd want to come here.
She was everything. No, she would just come over in her like gorgeous garb. And like, I remember I had like just gotten a puppy and she came over and just like played with my puppy for a while. Cause we were friends, but also like she was closer friends with some of my other friends.
I see, okay.
So I always felt like the lucky one, like being invited because I thought she was really cool. But
you don't keep in touch with her anymore.
I don't know where she is. I mean, she actually popped up. I feel like maybe she made something recently and I like saw her on my feed.
I think I know she was like in a relationship for a long time, which was
Yeah.
like exciting. And she was, if you guys don't know, Amelia Fart was so great. She was like as a performance artist, right? Because like some people thought she was real.
Huge perform. Well, I mean, I never knew. Like, I don't think anyone knew. And that was like the true like artistry of her.
Yeah.
And still is, I think.
It is. It totally
Yeah.
was. Because I would like talk to her like in the downtime of like not filming, right? Like you're like driving the car or something. Yeah. And you're like, I'm still not sure if it's a character. And she's always lovely and always great. But I'm always just like, I wonder the real her. But I do love people who like don't let it like slip. But she was so iconic.
She was.
She had a tattoo of me on her thigh, and I thought that was like
Shut
so
up.
cool. Yeah, she came to one of my meet and greets and showed me in Toronto, and she showed me, and then I became obsessed with her.
Is that how you guys met?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we did a couple of videos together. We went to the Gucci store together and bought matching Gucci sunglasses, went to karaoke. I think she was friends with Shane for a minute. You were friends with Shane for a minute.
I was like early days. Yeah.
How did that happen?
Great
I'm always
question.
curious, the Shane connection.
I met Shane at City Walk in like 2011. He had, because again, like I was like a kid who was like a fan of like all of the YouTubers, like Ryan Higa and Shane and like Ray William Johnson,
The
like
boys.
that the boys, like Venetian Princess. I was super into her.
Where's she, Jody? I love her.
Did you know her?
I didn't know her. I just love her doing her
loved
womanizer
her.
parodies and stuff. I was jealous.
Oh, I loved her. But
Yeah.
like that was like my era of YouTube growing up.
Wow.
And so at the time, Shane and I met at the random, I think literally he randomly happened to be there. I was there for some random show that I was doing with like Grace and Chance and like Cody Simpson.
wait.
This is long
That's
time
iconic.
ago. It was very iconic, very
That's such a
iconic.
headline.
Yes,
That's a tour.
my first boyfriend broke up with me that night.
The night you met Shane?
You
had a boyfriend at 13?
I mean,
good for you.
I was 14 at the time. I was 14.
That's very impressive.
And like I just remember he ran up to me with a camera because I think he like saw I was there and then vlogged it, and I was like, oh my God, that's Shane Dawson. Like,
You knew.
obviously I know who you are. Oh yeah, of course. And I was like starstruck at the time. And then we did a few videos together, which in hindsight, like, I don't even think I really knew that like he was doing a lot of like Rebecca Black jokes at the time and things like that. Or I don't think I knew the context of it because I didn't understand.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, like, you know, I mean, obviously there's so much there, but when we would film, like outside of filming, he was really nice to me and sweet, but haven't, you know, talked to him in a minute and a half.
Since you were like an adult, you haven't seen him.
Definitely. No, I couldn't even tell you the last time.
Did you do his podcast?
I did his podcast when it was him and Lauren.
In like Burbank and like a dark.
And we filmed some stuff that, again, in hindsight, wouldn't have even known like what was, because that's also like part of him too, is he always had a plan, and I would, you know, show up because I wanted to be liked, and like I wanted to be, and to me, like I really looked up to him. And
was your mom coming with you?
no.
So how were you getting up at like 14?
She would come with me at that age, but by the time we were filming, I want to say I was like 15, 16.
Oh, I see. So
yeah.
Wow.
And I was driving like with a permit and all of that. Yeah.
That is crazy at 15 to be going to like someone that you like idolize and just like shooting content with them. Like it is cool. Like I don't obviously blame you, because like I was writing letters to like Jay Moore when I was like 12 being like, I love you.
You don't understand the context, right? When you're that age, because at that age I'm like, I'm 15, I'm so old. I'm so like, I can take care of myself.
Yes. And maybe he looked at you that way because you had so much success. You know, I think a lot of people look at kids who had a lot of success and think of them as just so much older, you know, than they are.
Definitely. And I've gotten that throughout my life, that a lot of people think I'm older than I am.
Yeah,
too.
you're very young. But then it makes sense. I'm like, of course you were like a kid then, but it does just seem, you also just carry yourself a lot older than 27, which is like good because you're so professional. You're on time. You're following up. You're like, you know what I mean? Like you're just that person. So it makes sense why people would think you're older. But
yeah, it's been a funny thing to navigate because again, like I think I've had a lot of just like strange experiences with people. And again, when you're the kid in the situation, you don't know what you're walking into, and you don't know even like the context of the jokes that are being made. Like you don't understand what people are talking about. You're just there to laugh and have fun, and you're with one of your like favorite YouTubers and people who you've idolized for so long, so you're just happy to be there,
right?
You know?
Of course, not really fully getting what you're
and you trust that like the adults around you know what they're doing, right? And I think I was really lucky to like be surrounded by parents and adults who like always like really took care of me and like knew that I was a kid, but not, especially in those early days of YouTube, like no one knew what was going down.
Yeah, I think that is kind of the scary part of it. I think that's why it's good now people talk about that kind of stuff, so people are aware of like situations, what they're going into. Yeah, you know, like if I'm 15, maybe don't go collab with like a creator that is
no. And my mom had no idea, but I was just like, I'm going to hang out, like I'm going to do my thing. Yeah, and I was independent, and she was like happy I had friends. You know.
Oh yeah.
So it is something that I hope that there's more, you know, I don't know what goes on in all the different worlds of kids on the internet and in the industry these days, but like I hope there's more consciousness.
It's hard, with the influencers. It's just like kids just showing up at like people's houses and just doing stuff. Yeah, it is wild.
I can't imagine like a teenager showing up at my house where it's just the two of us and like I'm running the show.
Yeah.
That
like, welcome, come
would
in.
make me so uncomfortable.
Yeah. And most people it would for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such an interesting time. What's interesting too is like, so you did the influencer route and you were like super successful with like, in my opinion, a Friday was like successful, but then you went on a reality show.
Yes.
Like it was like a competition show.
Yes, I did the 4.
Why don't I remember this show? Like I don't remember it being on.
It was a short stint. The 4.
Okay. Yeah. And the premise was?
Basically, it was like a singing competition show, like an Idol or The Voice or anything like that. And the premise was that throughout the show, they were always in the final 4. Like they only had the final 4 best people the whole time. So they would like scout the world for the first 4, where they would like audition a bunch of people, or I don't know how they found them, but they started with 4 people, and then each contestant that came on would come on to challenge one of the 4 and like steal their spot. Does that make sense?
Yes, but was there a winner, or was there like a group before that win?
So then there would come like the final, like, you know, they would do this for like 6 weeks or whatever it was. And then the final 4 would get locked in, you know, like their seats would get locked in, and then it was against them 4. And then the winner would come from one of those 4.
How far did you make it?
I was on 1 episode.
Okay. You went to challenge a 4.
I went to challenge a 4, and basically there were 2 kind of like rounds. So you would come on and like essentially audition for a chance to challenge them, where the judges would vote you through.
Who are the judges?
So the judges were Diddy.
No. What?
Diddy, MEGHAN Trainor, and DJ Khaled.
What? Oh. Love MEGHAN Trainor. Everyone else terrifying.
It was a time. And MEGHAN Trainor, kind queen, always so nice to me.
Oh my God. Have you been on her podcast?
No, I haven't.
Wait, that's wild. Yeah. That's such a funny show. So what year is this?
Insane. I think it was 2018.
Oh, kind of recent.
Kind of, yeah.
And you went on, did you just contact them, or they contacted you?
I actually don't remember how that went down. I think it might have been... I didn't contact them. I think someone might have like reached out from like a casting thing.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. Like I'll audition and just see what happens.
That's very like humble of you, because I do feel like you have such a name where it's like going on a show like that is for usually people who like are trying to make a name, trying to get in the industry, but you're already in. You know what I mean? So to do that is very like... humble queen. But the Diddy is wild.
It is
How
wild.
was your experience with him?
I mean, I was never within like 50 feet of him, to be honest. I do remember a moment where I don't think I was supposed to see this, but I was like behind the doors right before I was supposed to go on. And I remember because like I had no idea what they were like. I was in no control of like how they were gonna, you know, do my story or whatever or anything like that. Like I was just like, you know what, I feel like I can do this. I want to give people a chance to like hear my voice because I've worked really hard. And I remember sitting behind the doors, and I don't think I was supposed to be able to hear what the judges were saying because they had like a little TV where the judges were, where like the crew could hear what they were saying. And I just like heard like Megan kind of like giving the like download of my career to Diddy because he had no idea who I was for sure. Which not like they were supposed to, but I just remember being like, okay, interesting.
Was it nice? Or was it just...
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay,
yeah, it was just kind
like...
of like, this is what happened, just so you know.
Okay.
And he was like, okay. And then
is that what he did? He's just like, okay.
I think so, from what I remember. But I remember everyone kind of like quickly turning it off because I don't think I was supposed to know. But whatever.
What song did you sing?
I sang Bye Bye Bye. I did like a very dramatic version of NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye.
What do you mean dramatic? Like just slow and drawn out, like ballady?
It was like a ballad version.
Give us a little.
Yeah. No.
I'm doing this tonight.
Probably gonna start a fight. Yeah.
I know this can't be right now, baby. Come on.
That was amazing. You have really good riffs. Really good control. Yeah, you do.
You sing beautifully. I love singing. It's my favorite thing. Like I don't sing well, but I love singing. It's so fun. If I had your voice,
incredible.
I would. If I had any sort of like a little bit of professional voice, I would be killing it. I'd be going on Broadway. I'd be going everywhere.
I mean,
I don't know why you're not.
Have you seen the Raise Your Yaya situation?
She has asked to come on the podcast a couple of times. Her manager has reached out. Should I get her on? Because would we just be singing the whole time, which I love?
I know nothing of it.
Yeah.
That was fierce. In the way, like in my car on the way here, I was like, oh, what is the note? It's like, raise your ya or whatever.
That's so good. I don't even know it because I can't hear it in my head.
It's something.
That sounded just like her.
I've watched so many because I'm obsessed with the way her jaw drops.
Have you seen her like teaching people?
Yes, it's insane.
I'm gonna get her on. She's gonna be here the 17th and 18th.
You should do like a vocal lesson or something.
I would love.
Honestly,
I definitely need to. I'm going to Broadway February 3rd.
Oh my God.
And I need to learn to sing properly before that.
Wait, what are the dates of your show?
Just February 3rd. It's just one night at the St. James. I know. It's like after the Grammys too. No one can come, but it's fine. I know. I wish
you're going to be back.
I need to learn.
One day I'm telling you, know me.
I mean, if that show goes out, I definitely can't be Know Me. You're definitely going to be the Know Me.
No.
But I would love.
We need to. I think we have to instigate this.
I
make
will.
It happen. I literally
will.
My
producers they're producing Romeo and Juliet. Like they produce all the shows. So I'll be like, let's do this. Let's write this.
Someone has to.
I feel like Ariana Grande probably could be in it because she loves showgirls too. We could have her be. Maybe you guys be Crystal and Know Me, and I'll be that one stripper that like.
No.
You know the boobs come out. Like I love that stripper. She had kind of small boobs for a plus size woman.
It could be like. Yeah. I mean, it could be like a every other night like situation. You guys could switch.
Oh, yeah. I'll be the understudy.
We could all switch each other. No, we could all. No, I mean, like not an understudy. Like you don't know what you're getting. Have they never done that before? Where like it's like different.
Well, people probably want to see you and Ariana Grande. They're probably like, wait, Trisha's
they
on.
don't. No,
because did you see the understudy went on for Rachel Zegler and people were giving her because. Apparently she couldn't sing, which I was like, they always can sing, but they were like, oh, she like was still on the book, and people were, they gave shit for it, which is like
people
crazy.
are so hard on.
People are so hard. It's
everyone.
Like, also, like those people perform 8 shows a week. It's like
they work. No one. Well, I don't want to say this because a lot of people work really hard, but people in theater are built different. How
they do it, and some of them do the matinees during Christmas time. So Sunset Boulevard. They were doing a 2:00 show, 8:00 show, and Nicole Scherzinger just like belting each shot. Like, how are you doing? Blood just a lot. I'm just like, how are they doing it?
I know.
Yeah, Broadway is crazy.
I would like that's a dream of mine to do it one day, but I am also scared of the work.
You could easily do it for sure. You've been working since you were literally 11. 3.
But the body is, I'm like, I turned 25 and the body's slowly
your
just
body
shut
is tea. I know we're not commenting on people's bodies 25, but when I saw you, I was just like, you look like literally like Betty Page, like just like so cute. I saw you and I was like, oh, absolutely. What would be your dream Broadway role? Like fear aside, like
fear aside of anything. I mean, honestly, probably to do like a Showgirls moment, like probably to do.
Really
honestly, I would love to do Chicago.
Yes.
But I would love to do not Roxy Hart. I'm blanking. Velma Kelly. I would love to do Velma Kelly.
That Velma's been in there for like 35 years. There's a Velma in there now that's literally been in there for like 40 years. I love it. She's everything, but I was like, damn, she's been in there. And they just rotate the Roxys.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But Showgirls, we have to make this happen because honestly, everyone loves Showgirls.
And like it had such a cultural rebirth, I feel like.
yeah.
Like it'd be everything. Someone hit us up, please.
I love that you love that so much. Like literally you don't understand. Like that's my comfort movie. I watch it. Like,
have they ever
every week.
done oh my God, what's the one? It's gonna bother me. Thelma and Louise. Have they ever done like Thelma
a musical?
and Louise?
I'm surprised they haven't.
I feel
don't
like
think
that
they
would
have.
also be really cute.
Anything with a good IP nowadays, they turn into a musical.
True.
Which I love. I love it. I know people complain about it, but like Mean Girls was so good.
True. I haven't seen like, I'm trying to think of what the last Broadway thing I saw was. I haven't seen, I think maybe it was like Beetlejuice a long time ago. I haven't seen a lot of shows recently.
Beetlejuice. That was like, that's actually one of my all-time favorite.
I know.
Smash is coming to Broadway.
Ooh.
Did you watch the show?
No.
With Catherine McPhee? It was so good. Oh
That's
my God.
fun.
It was all Broadway people. And it was the story about like them making a Broadway show about Marilyn Monroe. And like they were competing. It was, you have to watch. It's on like, I'm sure it's on Hulu or Peacock. It's the best show. There's 2 seasons.
Okay.
Jeremy Jordan's in it. Christian Borle. Like it's like an all-star cast. Megan Hilty, who's in Death Becomes Her. Yeah.
Oh, Death Becomes Her would be insane also.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, of course.
Have you seen the Broadway version?
No.
It's all over TikTok right now.
Okay.
Like the sounds are so viral.
I gotta get into this.
It's so good. Oh my God, no, you would love. Okay, anyways, I Broadway is everything, and I can see you on there. Showgirls, we're gonna make happen. This can. I do think I'm a pretty good manifester, and I feel like if I put that out there, I'm gonna call George and Kobe after this and be like, hey, we need to make this happen.
It could be fierce. I would also, my last one would be, because this is my favorite movie of all time, and I know you're a Tarantino girl, would be like a Kill Bill like Broadway show. That would be insane.
I'm shocked.
That would also go so well, like the Crazy 88 situation.
Ooh, yeah.
It would be fierce.
Ooh, on stage, that would be so amazing.
Yeah, like coming through like the audience, like I could see it.
I'm surprised they've never done that.
I know, right?
Especially because people love that kind of like campy
and it's
gore.
It's so campy. It's so gore. It's so like fierce and glam. The music is so good. Ugh.
Yeah, hang up the chick habit. I love. Oh no, that's from Death Proof. What was Kill Bill? What's the one they sing? The 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh.
I forget too. It's so good. Now I can't remember. I'm thinking. All his scores are good, and now I can't think.
Insane.
I haven't watched a Quentin Tarantino movie in probably 10 years. I probably should. I loved it as a kid. Yeah, I love. Maybe Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was like the last one I watched. I haven't seen it, and like, but I haven't watched.
Was
Kill
that the
Bill
last
again.
one? Oh, Kill Bill 1 and 2 back to back are
good.
like. They're my favorite.
You must
movies
have
of
been
all
like
time.
7, or you didn't see when they came out.
I was pretty young when I watched them for the first time.
I was 13 when those came out, and I like loved them. I was so obsessed.
I loved them.
You're watching it at 7 years old. Maybe.
Pretty close, yeah. My dad loved movies, and so we were always just like watching, and he loves Tarantino movies, so that's how I got into them.
They're very just cinematic. They're just so.
They are.
Well, the area you live in, doesn't he own that Vista Theater?
Yes.
Have you ever been there? That's where they did True Romance. They shot True Romance.
Yes. I went recently and saw Anora, which was amazing.
Was it good?
Have you seen Anora?
No, but I love Mikey Madison. I want to see it. That's the one she's in, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. Oh, I don't know anything about it though.
Well, don't know anything about it. It's so just like fun and beautiful and surprising.
You saw it at the Vista?
Yeah, I saw it at the Vista. It was really fun.
Is it filmed? Do they show film there, or is it digital?
I don't know, actually.
I know
they do a lot of film.
Yeah,
they do a lot of film.
I haven't seen any of these like new movies that are being nominated.
Have you seen Baby Girl?
No, we were just talking about that too. Is it good? To me, that
you would love it. Well,
wait, really?
I don't know. I would love to know what you think. I was obsessed. I went by myself and saw it the other day.
Wait, what about it?
It is just so fun and like empowering, and Harris Dickinson is so hot.
He's the young, so Baby Girl.
He's young and
older
Nicole Kidman's
woman.
yeah.
Younger ma'am.
Yes.
She like is very like in control of her like dominant in her like professional life, and she wants to be dominated in her private life. Is that what I'm getting? Or no?
That is the essence a little bit. Yeah.
Is it like 50 Shades of Grey, but
it is
reversed?
I've never seen 50 Shades of Grey.
It's boring. I watched it for like a half an hour.
I think it's the same vibe of like it's horny.
A little horny movie.
You're there to be horny, and you're there
I'll
to be.
watch it.
A
horny
it's
movie
so
is
fun.
Like The Idol, like anything horny. I love.
Yes,
Showgirls, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's just so much fun. It's so much fun.
Okay, I'm glad you told me that, because when you say that, I like Bridgerton 2 is also like makes me horny. Like those kind of things. I just like I get excited, and I don't get excited by like or anything, you know?
No, I need the like edging, you know, which it's very much like an edging.
I did see her as like a dog on all fours on TikTok, and it's kind of like, I don't know about this, but I could watch it.
There's a whole milk situation. Don't know how you feel about that.
Like drinking milk, pouring milk.
Just milk. It's just milk. I just can't give it away.
That's sexy now. Like Fellow Travelers too, they had a whole like milk, drink your milk, like the way they shirt Jonathan Bailey made famous. I used to have it in like 3 of my songs. There's like lyrics like, I'll drink your milk. Like, I love the idea that it's sexy.
Yeah.
Milk is sexy.
Well, because it's like freaky. It's like weird. It's like,
countless. Put it all over me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Even if it's almond milk, I'm like, it's creamy.
Ooh.
It's white.
Almond milk is freaky because it like doesn't expire for months. I was like, I don't know if I want that in my cereal.
True. I do love almond milk.
Wait, why do you love almond milk if you eat like steak and stuff?
I love it all. I love it all. Like
you just like the taste.
Yeah. Well, I don't drink coffee. I don't like the taste of coffee.
Not even like frappuccino.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah,
Okay.
I love Frappuccino.
I like a Frappuccino.
I love Frappuccino. Love like an espresso martini. Love tiramisu. But
The cake?
yeah, that's like coffee. It's like coffee.
Right,
flavor.
that is. I don't really consider it coffee, but yeah, you're right.
It's like, I like the flavor of it, but I don't love like a cup of coffee. Like,
yeah,
to me,
like a
it's
black coffee or
bitter.
latte is not my thing either.
Yeah, but I love tea. And so I got really into like Earl Grey with almond milk for whatever reason.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Almond milk.
I don't know why. There's something about like the flavor of it that I like the best, but I'll take it with anything. Yeah. It's thicker. It's also like, I guess if I'm singing, like no dairy is better.
Oh,
you know?
People do say that, and I always drink so much milk. Well, I'm not really a trained singer, but I love drinking like a big glass of milk, like skim milk.
Get
watery.
Yaya in here and she'll tell you all about it.
Maybe I'll hit her. That's so funny you said that because I was like, I know her, but is it niche? Is it? I guess it doesn't matter.
It's having a moment for
It is
sure.
having a moment. Okay.
Yeah,
Getting
it's
on
everywhere.
the podcast, you've convinced me. Anyone who wants to sing here, I'm always down. You know what I mean?
Sure. I bet she would.
Okay.
I bet she would.
She's not in LA, but I know she's gonna be here for a couple days, so I'm gonna hit her up. That's
I love that she reached out. That's so fierce.
yeah. I'm like her manager too. It's like,
Awesome.
and I was like, okay, this maybe is meant to be. You know,
She's locked in.
Yeah.
She's locked in.
anybody. I love great singers too. Like anyone who sings, I'm always just in awe because that's like the one like talent where I wish I was like a singer. You know, just like perfect pitch and like
I mean, it can come. It can come. I've worked
that.
a long time on my voice and
you train.
yeah.
Okay.
I've gone in and out, but I've spent a lot of time in like vocal lessons and just like also even just with like people I've like written with and recorded with who've taught me a lot about like vocal technique and finding, because a lot of it isn't even about technique. It's just about finding like a sound, you know?
But you have to hear it, right? You have to hear like pitch and keys and all that stuff.
Yes.
That's, I think, natural.
I think you could, I feel like you could train it.
Well, we'll see. I have 3 weeks to learn to sing.
I'm so excited.
Which is like terrifying and all of that. But your new album, we haven't even talked about, you're doing so much, and here we are just talking about your favorite milk.
Booze, milk.
Which is all the great stuff, to be honest. Salvation comes out, is it January 24th?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's so soon.
I
Are
know.
you doing like a bunch of like press right now for it?
I am.
Just like
we're
constantly.
starting. Well, it was kind of weird with the holidays, but we're back. We're back.
And
know?
you have a team reaching out to people, or are you reaching out to people?
It's honestly, it's like a kind of a mix. Like I felt really lucky this time that like some of my favorite people have like you, and I think I'm going to do something with Trixie in a second. Like that's so fun for me. I'm so excited.
I've been DMing Trixie nonstop for years. She's iconic. No, that's the biggest. If you do that, that's.
Has she ever done this? I'm like,
no, I think she's just way too famous, which I totally respect because she's everything. That's gonna be crazy.
That would be huge
if you do that. Oh my God.
You and Trish, you and Trixie would be like also the Trit and the Trit. Like that'd be so Barbenheimer. It would be.
I did meet her one time and she was very, very sweet. But that was 2018. I think that was before. She's like literally A-list superstar right now. That's huge.
She is. So I've been like having fun. I was so like happy that I got to do something with Drew.
That was such a good interview.
But it's such a mix of everything. You
know? And are you still doing like, because you were on the Tonight Show
years ago.
So do you ever? Why don't you get on there? Because like you are so like your moment is now. You have the new album.
If only they'd have me on.
I feel like I'm not even saying this in any way, but they have like very just they can have a lot of people on.
They do. I mean, the traditional world, I don't understand. Like the traditional world, I don't know.
Well, how'd you get on it the first time?
That's a great question.
Like,
I think they reached out. It was Jay Leno back in the day, and it was
wow. I love Jay Leno. I used to go to all the
fierce.
Tonight shows with Jay Leno. I love him. Yeah.
He was really sweet. He gave me a Sephora gift card for coming on the show. It was really nice.
Like, give me some cash.
I was so happy.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, go get my
nice.
naked whatever eye palette.
That's a artifact too. Damn.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
they just relaunched. That's how old it is. It's
wow.
yeah, they just rebranded it.
I mean, it was good.
And are you going to do more festivals this year?
I think so. We're like putting together the year. I have a tour in March where I'm going to do like my own. You should come.
March 4th. It starts
Love to
March
have
4th.
you.
Is it sold out? It's like half sold out already.
Yeah,
That's
it's doing
amazing.
it.
I saw that the Salvation tour, and I was just like, oh, how are these already half sold out? That's
Wild.
That
Was really like surprising and fun.
I will
and,
come.
and
Are you
cool.
going to be in LA?
Yeah, yeah.
Where?
We're
when?
doing the El Rey.
Love.
You should come.
Love.
It would be so fun to
Are
have
you doing a bus tour?
I don't know yet. I was actually talking about that. I've never done that for myself ever.
Coming
so
quick. You gotta figure it out.
It is coming quick. We are trying to figure it out, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's always so like glam and fun. But I've
Have you
been
done
in a
it?
sprinter, not for myself. I
you've
like
been on?
did like some like of those like kind of YouTube-y tours that were put on by other people.
Oh.
But
You
that's a
did
whole
the
different thing.
Lesbian one, right? Was there a lesbian tour? Right? I don't know. Why do I remember there was like MEGHAN and like the lesbians, and I loved it.
There was a tour that I did called Love is Love,
Yes.
which was like
Yeah.
at the time, I don't know why I was on it because I was not like, it was with a lesbian named Shannon and then this like very popular trans creator, Miles McKenna. And I was just the ally. I think I was on it because I was bullied. Like they were like, love is love. Sorry, just spat. But I was a proud ally because I didn't even know my own sexuality at the time.
Maybe they knew. Maybe they had.
They
an
did
inkling.
know.
Like, come
they
with
planted
us.
it. They planted it. And that was, yeah.
They probably like. I feel like Friday is definitely like a gay anthem for sure. The gays probably lived.
It has like definitely earned a status which I love so much.
So that's cool. So you went on like this like Love is Love tour, just as the ally back then.
Yes.
That's the ultimate. I wish I would be invited on like a gay tour. Just
I come on my tour anytime because now that's a gay tour. Let me tell you.
Is it?
Yes, we've got like dancers with boobs and like I do like fake boobs. We've got like rhinestone chainsaw. We're planning out all the like
Whoa.
surprises. Oh yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
production.
It's like it's a fun thing. I'm like a theater kid, you know.
You're like, I have to do a full show. Are you with
Yeah.
a label right now?
No, I'm independent.
So are you doing this yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's no easy feat to have all that
intense.
production.
It's intense.
Wait, so you're doing it? That's so fun because I was watching your shows from last year, like the one you did over in it was England. Well, it was huge. It was like 30,000
Mighty
people.
Hoopla.
Yeah.
You would eat Mighty Hoopla. They would love
I
you.
could never do what
No.
you're doing. Your on stage is actually like insane to watch.
Thank you.
I kind of just like strut around, like kind of get out
No.
of breath. But you
Oh.
were like crushing. Like it's
Thank
actually
you.
insane. And it's cute. All the outfits you wear, you really do wear like those little short skirts, and you're just like very out there. And I like love. I just
Thank
didn't
you.
know that about you, like this
Thank
performance
you.
part.
It's like been something that for so long I honestly had a lot of stage fright after Friday, so it's been like a muscle I've built back. But now I feel like I've found like my thing, and building the show is like my favorite thing to do.
And you're doing it yourself.
Yeah, I work with a choreographer. His name's Richie Jackson. He actually did JoJo Siwa Karma and like all of the Gaga
Yes.
stuff for years.
Does he work with Trevi Moran?
I actually don't know.
Okay, why do I
Maybe.
think like Trevi worked with like Lady Gaga's choreographer one
Maybe,
time? Okay.
maybe. I have terrible memory, and I love Trevi.
Yeah, she's queen.
She is. She's gorgeous,
No, like stunning.
insane. I saw her for the first time
Talented.
in person in a few years the other day, and I was just like, literally. I think there's a photo of me like holding her face.
Oh, literally the most gorgeous, the most beautiful voice, like such an icon. Yeah,
It's awesome.
Also since 12, just like
True.
Yeah.
True.
wow.
But yeah, so I have like several people who help me kind of like put it all together and come up with all the ideas.
No director though.
Not for touring, but I'm actually shooting a music video this weekend, and that's like we've got like a director I really love.
Is this the first single off Salvation?
No,
was
so
Trust?
Trust was the first single.
Okay, I love that music video.
Thank you.
That was like budget. Not to be about money, but
let me tell you, it was not what it looked like.
Really?
It was not what it looked like.
Well, you're a thrifter, so you're probably good at like getting those deals.
It was all hands on deck on that video. And I have to say, like, the director, Olivia, who I've worked with now a couple times, like, is just her and everyone she brings on. Like, she is incredible.
And they just make it happen for like a budget.
A budget. Favors were pulled. I think like the limo we had was like taken from a Wiz Khalifa video they shot the day before. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but like they were like just using what we could, because it really is like, you know, an independent moment.
It looked so production. How many days did you do? One
one.
Wow.
It was intense.
So Trust came out, so that's going to be on this new album.
Yes.
And then what's the music video you're shooting?
It's for the title track, Salvation.
Oh my, and what is, okay, Salvation sounds so holy.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Is like a rebirth? Is it
It's
like
a gospel album.
I would love that rebrand. The RB, the
One day.
rebrand, the RB of the RB.
Yeah. No, it's so the song's called Salvation, and I wrote the song in London like almost a couple years ago now, and I was really drawn to the word. And I grew up like very non-religious. Both my parents came from like quite Catholic families, but like I never really knew church in my life growing up or anything like that. But I've always been like fascinated by like religious symbolism, and then also I think I've had just like an interesting relationship with trusting everyone else in my life to like tell me where to go or what to do and not myself. And Salvation, the song, the whole like premise of it is like, I don't need you to save me. I've already saved myself. Like I'm liberated. It's about like just queerness and like being disgusting and allowing people to like, it's really about just about trusting your own journey. Like no matter who else gets it. Yeah.
I love the being disgusting part. I love being disgusting.
There's a fun lyric about being disgusting. I'll stay hot and you stay judgy. It's like
I
the
love
vibe.
it. Love.
It's
oh my
fun.
God. No, your music is so good because like, what's the other one? Is it Sugar Water?
Yes.
That one is so like, I don't even know what you're saying, but it's so like good. I was just like, wait, this is such a bop. How did like people sleep on it? Like I feel like it was good. People liked it, but I was like, how did that not become like?
She was for like the club kids. Like that's
so good.
That's the thing. That was a song that is like my like bread and butter. But I love making songs that like are, you know, kind of the bigger pop songs and throwing in like the like hard, you know, niche bangers in there.
Would you ever go on a tour with somebody again, like you did the Love Is Love tour? Who else did you went for someone big? Wait,
I haven't, but I would
Lady
love
Gaga.
to.
No, there was someone big, and you were like one of like 5 people that like opened up. Like,
Oh, I did BST Hyde Park, which is like a big UK festival for BLACKPINK.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, wait, that's humongous.
That was fun. Yeah, and Sabrina Carpenter was on that right before she blew up. That was sick. That was cool.
That was it just last year or was it the year before?
Yeah, I think that was last year.
That's wild.
It was crazy. That was crazy and like last minute and so fun. I would love to open up and do like a tour for somebody.
Who was like your dream one? Because like, you know, Katy Perry, she's going on tour, maybe, but
I would eat that up. I would love to do that.
you guys should do Friday again, just like
honestly, we can do a last Friday night mix into the show.
Has she ever done a mashup of that? Because that's everything.
I don't think so.
That would be
It would
so
be
cool.
everything.
How old were you when you did the music video?
It was right after Friday, literally like a month after Friday went viral.
That's pretty cool.
Also just like she was really, really took so much time like to be with me and talk to me, and she didn't need to do that. Like she was so busy.
You were the it girl. I would have done anything to have collabed with you. I'd been like, gosh, I wish I was her.
Oh my God, you should have hit me up.
I was like 22. I was like, I want to be you.
That's crazy. I wanted to be you.
I was so excited. I was so excited. You were the first person that had like a viral hit like that, and I was just like, that's so cool. Like I want to be able to do that. It's cool, and like whatever people can say whatever about it, but you at the end of the day were like the most famous person.
You are all the validation I will ever need. No, I would love to do something with her or like Gaga.
Is she coming back with music this year?
She's supposed to drop an album, LG7.
Oh, I always thought that was like a phone because I always heard people saying it, and I was like, it sounds like LG7.
LG7, like the 7th album. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God, when's that happening?
I don't think she's announced it, but
she's gonna drop it one time.
She dropped a song at the end of the year, and then now, but she also has the other big song with Bruno Mars
from the Joker.
No, it's not the Joker, weirdly.
Oh, there's another one they did?
Yeah. You haven't heard like, if the world was
Oh, yeah. Why did I think it was from, are they wearing blue outfits?
It's giving Joker, but it's not Joker.
Oh, okay. Guess I have heard that song everywhere. But
yeah. So I guess that's kind of having its moment. So maybe they'll wait until that's done.
She's such an icon too.
She really is.
That'd be cool if you went on tour with her.
I would love to.
I see that happening for sure. Like I do feel like you will, because your music is so good, and I just feel like people know it's good, but I don't know why. I don't know why you haven't had your Sabrina moment where you're just like literally everywhere.
I just do my thing. I trust.
It'll happen.
I honestly like. I feel so lucky. There was a time in my career where like I could not sell like 8 tickets to a show, literally.
Now you're selling out.
And like I just feel so lucky that I can put things out and sell them out. I have so much fun at the shows I do.
It's so cool. What do you think, or has it always been there? Because you said there was a time where you couldn't sell out 8 shows. What do you think is like the resurgence of Rebecca Black? Because you kind of are everywhere now. You are selling out shows. What was it it? What was the turn?
I think I just really learned to trust myself for the first time and like do what I wanted.
Yeah.
I think for so long, I remember having like conversations back in the day with people I was working with or, you know, teams and managers and things like that and saying like my dreams and my goals and this is the kind of music I want to make. And for some reason, I think because I was so young, I was like 19 or whatever, I just didn't know how to do it myself or like didn't know how to find people that would be like, oh, you have that idea? Like, yes, let's go.
That like believes in you too.
Yeah. And I think honestly throughout the years, it's been learning how to trust myself and also like work with people who like what I like, you know, and
like
who, and who trust me, you know, that's been a huge piece of it. Like the people I work with now don't give me a lot of creative, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Advice. Like it's me and my people. Yeah.
They're like, whatever you want to do. Just
And even if they don't get it, they're like, let's go. That's sick.
That's
you know?
the best. I know. Because when people don't get it and you're just like, but that's the whole point, right? Is because it's like something new and something different.
Exactly.
Let's try
it. Exactly. And like, you just never, I have to trust that like, I know my people. Like, I know my audience.
And you know. And they are eating it up. The DJ sets, where did that come from? The DJing?
I started DJing like 6 years ago. And just have been doing it ever since.
So wild. Because New Year's Eve you DJ'd.
Yeah, I did. In Cincinnati.
Wait, shout out Cincinnati. Yeah. Love. Ohio.
Hard Rock Casino. It was fierce.
Oh my God, wait, that's so cool.
It was fun. It was a fun kind of random one, but I had a lot of fun. And yeah, I've been DJing like all around LA and just like clubs and stuff like that, honestly, for like the better part of almost 6 years.
What do you like more, or does it not compare?
Honestly, it's just different. Like when I DJ, I feel like that's just like me like going out, like it's Rebecca doing her thing.
Yeah.
And like I play music that I like and I love, it feels like I'm like throwing a party. But with like my show or videos, that's so planned out to the T and rehearsed and like I know exactly what to expect. There's like a performance, like it's just a different part of me.
Like your drag.
It's my drag. Yeah. DJing me is definitely me like out of drag. Like I show up in jeans.
Do you really?
Yeah, because it's comfortable.
Oh
Otherwise,
my
I'm
God.
like, I just want to be like, you know, I want my phone with me. Or
wait, what if you had like? Do you ever have like a bad night where like you're playing like Dear Evan Hansen or something? And everyone's like, boo, because that's what I would
do
play.
need to start playing Dear Evan Hansen.
I would play it.
I don't know if I've ever had. I mean, I've definitely had some like technical hiccups for sure, where all of a sudden I'll be like ready to like transition to the next song, and I do it, and like, oh, I forgot to like hit something, so it's silent for a second, you know, and I'll be like, sorry.
People don't care.
People are usually a little drunk or a little, you know, so you can be a little loose, which is fun. But
that okay, so nothing where people are like, this song sucks or something.
Well, if they have, I haven't heard it.
That's pretty good. Because that's so much pressure. I can never be a DJ for that reason. Like, what I don't know. Like, what do you mean you know what everybody wants to hear? That's so hard.
You don't. And that's the thing, though, is you can kind of, if you play something, so maybe you like play something and people are like really going and singing, like, you know, you can play Chapel Roan anywhere and the girls will die.
Yes.
And that, I love that about her. But I've sometimes like had like a big moment and I'll be like, oh, they're going to love this one. And then it's just a little more dead than you think. You're like, the bodies aren't really moving, but luckily, okay, well, let's just switch it. Let's just go back. More Chapel.
Go back to Pink 40 Club every time.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And so that's what I like about DJing is it keeps me on my toes. Whereas like my show, like you're in for the ride I'm giving you. Yeah. You have no option.
It's a Rebecca Black show.
Yeah.
Are you singing live?
Yeah, of course.
100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
I use some track like to lift it up because I'm dancing.
Yeah,
but
of course, but everyone
I'm always singing
does.
live. Yeah. Lip syncing is hard.
Yeah, I never like fully lip sync, but I love to sing with a little track, you know, a little backup something.
Most people do because it also helps like the balance, especially if you're using tracks and not other live instruments, you know.
Are you doing the in-ears?
Oh, yeah.
I try to use them and I'm like, I can't.
They're hard.
They're so hard and you only hear yourself and I'm like, oh, that's scary. I guess if you have like perfect pitch, you want to hear yourself. I'm like, oh, I don't want to hear me. Yeah. Let me just take me out.
Totally.
You know?
I know. What I have a hard time with is I feel, you know, you can't hear the audience really.
Yes, it's muted.
So you're like, I don't know if you like this.
Yeah.
But you can get like crowd mics and things like that. You just got to get like a good monitors engineer that'll kind of balance you out.
But what about like changing costumes?
I've never done costume changes actually. I've just done one, but I'm trying to do some changes this year.
Okay,
So we'll
that
see.
sounded complicated when I was like doing them. I was like, I don't know how this pack is gonna like get off with me and everything. But people do it. Britney Spears do it.
They do it.
They look
do
cool.
it.
The in-ears look cool. Like
They look cool. They can make your ears kind of sore though. I found
for
if
the
you, like,
whole
wear them
show.
too long.
And
Yeah.
how long is your show? Is it like a 90-minute show?
It's like 70 minutes. I think is what I do.
And you're on stage the whole time because you don't change outfits. So.
I have been. Which this year is the year that I'm like, okay, I gotta not do that anymore because I've had some close calls for sure.
What do you mean, like falling over or what?
Just like getting to the point where I'm like, all right, my voice is tired. I'm tired. I should like, because I'm really bad at taking time to like drink water or like fan off or something like that. Like I'm just in and I want people to be happy.
You chug that water.
Yeah.
Are you doing covers?
I have done covers. Yeah.
Are you gonna do any in this tour?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so you haven't fully even put it together yet. You're like still working on it.
It's in the process. It's in the process. By the end of this month, we'll be like locked in.
And you're gonna do Friday.
Always do Friday.
I love. Do you end it with Friday, or do you like have it at the beginning?
It's been like one of the encores for a
Such a
while,
good one.
but I don't know. I want to do something different this year, and I have some ideas. Because I like to change it up. Like I've done like ballad versions of it before. I've done like I've done crazy versions of it where it's super fast and remixed. And
That's so fun. Or you should like Britney Spears used to do. She did like a cabaret version of "Baby One More Time." She's like, "Baby,
that
baby,
would be so
I was
fierce.
supposed to
Cabaret
love."
Friday would be so
That'd be
fierce.
so good, and and it's so cool.
I'll credit you if I do that.
Oh, I think that would be so amazing. You do like a little burlesque number out there, like to Friday.
You're hired.
Because no matter what, that song is always going to be so iconic. You always have like this moment in history. It's like literally, it's what 14 years ago, and people are still like every interview you do. People want to ask you about it and talk about it. People want to hear you sing it and play it, and that's just so cool to have that like hit song forever. You know,
I've grown to there was a long time where I like would cringe at anyone that brought it up, but now it's like it's my baby.
Yeah,
you know,
iconic. It's so cool. You and Psy. Remember Psy? Gangnam Style?
King.
Where's I loved him.
I don't know.
He tried to do follow-up songs and they just like weren't as good. But you can't follow up something.
You
like
also
that.
just can't you can't plan for it. You know, is what I like. A lot of people have been like, maybe this will be the next thing, or how do we like recreate this moment? I'm like, girl, you can't.
You can't. You literally can't. I've tried to do viral stuff all the time. Like, you cannot do it. Do you remember Bart Baker?
Yes, I do.
And did he do? Were you in his, or did he just parody?
He did I mixed some of them up.
I know. Yeah. He did a parody at least.
He did a parody for sure. I think we might have met years kind of down the line, but
you never were in his.
No, I don't think so.
I remember him doing one, and for some reason, like have like devil ears, like he was playing you. And
there were some intense ones for sure.
People were so wild, and you're like a child, and people were being so hardcore, and I was like, what?
It was hardcore for sure.
Like people were so like nasty and weird, and then the whole sexual relation thing is a whole other thing. But it's so. I think he's in China being a pop star or something now.
Go off, queen.
Like, where'd Bart Baker go?
Go off.
Or Dave Days, you did a video.
Yes.
Is he around still?
I haven't talked to Dave in a long time.
He's very Venetian Princess era. Like they were very.
But I was also obsessed with him.
Oh, you did?
For sure. Oh my God.
Wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
You guys did Saturday together, which is like, I guess you were a fan, so that's how he convinced you. Because I was like, wait, if you hated Friday, why the hell would you do Saturday?
Well, that was like a reclamation of it, of like, let me do it my way. And that was fun. Like Saturday, we like wrote over like literally, I think in 30 minutes, and the video was like me and all my friends, and like that was very fun.
You don't regret that one?
No, I don't regret anything. I don't regret Friday either.
You said I never want to hear about asking you about Sunday, but I think you did one about like, but turn it into like an espresso, like a hot fudge sundae. You know what I mean?
But then they'd be like the SABRINA allegations would be fierce. Like she's got espresso, you know?
Yeah, but Sunday is like, ooh, I got my cherries and my hot fudge dripping.
Oh, like ice cream sundae?
Yeah, and but it's the pun. It's like you did Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
I love my Sunday.
I think you have to be my creative director. Genius.
I saw something where you're like, I hate when people ask me about Sunday, but I'm like, wait, but that would be so, you would like eat it.
I'll take it.
And then you could like have your Sunday in Baskin Robbins, and
maybe there's a Baskin Robbins like brand deal down the line.
That would be everything for
you. And I would take that. I would take that for
sure.
sure.
I feel like you would be a great brand deal queen, just in general. Like Fridays should have had you for the Friday song. Like
yes, I know. We never did anything there.
They closed up shop everywhere.
Right.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
One time I choked on a mozzarella stick at a TJ Fridays. So
really?
Yeah.
Did you ever eat one again?
No. Haven't been back since.
I love mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, I do too.
So good. I had
I
an
do
Arby's
too.
today.
I love the Chili's
Triple
dippers. Yeah.
Have you had the Nashville hot
Yeah.
one? Those are
Yeah.
wild.
I love them.
Would you ever write a song in hopes they would pick it up? Do you know what I mean? Like
Chili's?
Yeah. Do you remember their song back in the day?
No.
It was like, I love my Chili's. It's like baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. You don't remember? Barbecue sauce. It was such a good song.
No, I don't
You should write the
remember.
new Chili song. Or Folgers
Okay.
had such a hit.
I would totally do a theme. I would do a theme for sure.
Like, you should just put it out there, something you like love, and then they just like pick it up. Like, actually, we'll like do it. Like,
I just
number
gotta
one
start writing
brand.
jingles. Just gotta start.
That's where the money is, I feel.
Trying to think of what would be my like dream brand. I'm like a huge Olive Garden girl, so I would love like an Olive Garden or
don't have-
Arby's. I feel like I should do Arby's.
But you don't love Arby's, I feel. You love Olive Garden.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But Arby's is your initial.
Yeah. It's just priorities, I guess. I don't know, creative differences. But yeah, I would love a
cannot
jingle.
wait for your tour. I can't wait for your new music video because music videos are my favorite thing in the whole world.
Thank
and
you.
you really do eat on your videos. Like, they are so
Thank
good.
you.
You're
You should
dancing.
be in this one.
And how long is your tour?
It's like a month, but then we'll do some more over the summer.
Back to back, you're going then.
Yeah, we're gonna do like US and UK all in one. Or
The
US and
international
Europe.
is wild.
It's crazy. It's
How do you
crazy.
how do you get? You have a promoter over there then?
You have to get a separate agent that does international.
And do you just
So-
have a huge fan base over there? Because that's wild.
I've definitely built one in the UK, and
Ooh.
I've played Berlin before, which is crazy. So
Oh
fun.
my god, wait, really?
Yeah,
The Germans love you.
The Germans. I love Germany. Love Germany.
Have you
It's
ever learned to speak it while you were over there?
I got sick when I was there, and so I needed to speak it to learn how to get medicine.
What did you say?
Could not
You don't
tell
remember?
you what I said.
Would you just look it up like ChatGPT or what?
It was definitely Google Translate.
Okay.
And it was the first, because like my mom's from Mexico City, so I speak some Spanish, speak a little French. It's the first language I like did not know anything. So it was rough.
It's very different than French and Spanish. I would
Very
assume.
different, but fun
Yeah.
to speak, fun to look at.
Oh wait, so your mom? Okay, so your mom, first generation.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mexican immigrant.
Yes.
Your dad is
White.
just
White guy.
mix of everything
From Iowa. Yeah, he's white.
So
Yeah.
is it like, was it Polish? I was like reading your background. Is it like Polish and just everything?
Yes, Polish and English, but I don't even know
Yeah.
when that was.
I know when people ask me, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I did my ancestry and then I got lost in the mail and I have no idea what I am.
So you have no idea. Wow.
Yeah, I would always just assume I was just like, oh, I'm probably like white, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I have no idea.
I don't know. I could see you having some like
I feel like it
Business,
because like my
yeah.
parents don't even really know. They're kind of like, I don't know. We're in Europe. I was like,
your
okay.
dad is from Illinois, and where was your mom?
He's Ohio. My mom's Illinois.
Oh, okay,
So just
okay,
like so
okay.
Midwest.
Wow.
Yeah, but we don't know anything about
Interesting.
country.
Yeah, you should do that. I've
Yeah.
never done that thing before, but I want to, like the
just-
23andMe or
Yeah.
I'm just scared of giving my DNA away.
It is very scary, but I feel like they probably have everything else on us now with
It's so true.
you know, the eye prints and the fingerprints and all that
They
stuff
really
like that.
do.
The
They really do.
aliens coming for us.
True.
2025. You have Rebecca Black and the Aliens and Salvation.
Down.
Well, there's still some cities left, right, that you can get tickets for?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
go to, was it Salvation? How do you, Ticketmaster?
I think it's I don't know. Go to my Instagram and the link is there.
Rebecca Black's Instagram is popping. Thank you so much for being here.
you.
This was like such a highlight for me, and it just feels like YouTube royalty sitting next to
Oh
me.
no,
So,
literally same.
Thank
I'm
you.
just so lucky to be here. Thank you for having me.
Check out Rebecca Black everywhere. I can't wait to see all the stuff you're going to do for this album. I'm so excited. I'm so honored that this is one of your first stops. And yeah, check out Rebecca Black everywhere. And hopefully we'll be on Broadway soon, starring in Showgirls.
Showgirls. See us soon.
Bye.
Bye.